home, everybody. This is Mary. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen. And today I'm going to make a very special holiday treat. If you love peppermint like I do, and you like chocolate peppermint, this is the recipe for you. While maintaining healthy aspects and good fats that come from cashews. Yeah, we're going to make some peppermint chocolate chip chia pudding. And I think you're really going to like it. I use organic peppermint flavor. You can also use extract, some raw coconut sugar, organic coconut milk, full fat. You could use light, I suppose. I don't use the organic coconut milk like I used to in my chia pudding. I skip it like 98% of the time because it contains the same kind of artery-clogging fats that beef does. And so I don't really want to give that to my friends and family. But, you know, once in a while, and it's okay, you know, once in a while, I'm going to make a huge batch here to share with family and friends. And I'm going to use some soy silk coffee creamer and some silk organic silk soy milk, dairy-free chocolate chips. And so yeah, the recipe is going to be below. I really can't hold my phone and do this. I'm hoping to get a clip that will hold my iPhone so I can use both hands and show you how I do this more readily in the future. Now, basically in the bowl, I have 1 cup plus maybe 1 or 2 tablespoons, who knows, of chia seed. And chia is full of protein, nutrients, and it plumps up and will make this a nice, thick, creamy dessert. But it also slows down the absorption in your stomach, so of anything that you eat with it. So like the chocolate chips and the sugar in them, and the sugar I'm going to add, the raw coconut sugar, is going to be absorbed very slowly. So if you're worried about blood sugar spikes, chia is the way to go. On the other hand, you need to be aware that if you're taking medications, it will slow down the absorption of your medications. So, or vitamins, depending on what you're taking. So, here we go. I'm going to load half of my ingredients into the pitcher and then do another pitcher full, because this bowl holds 10 to 12 cups. I'm going to fill it up. And I'll do my best to show you, at least walk you through the first pitcher full. Now, if you're making this for 2 people or a very small family, you know, you can make half as much as I'm going to make and it will still be wonderful. You can use the full can of coconut milk. You can use the full amount of soaked cashews. I soaked 1.5 cups because this is a special recipe. Usually I soak 1 level cup of dry, raw, organic cashews overnight, and that's what I use. But I want this to be extra creamy. And just like they make ice cream, non-dairy ice cream with cashews, you've seen cashew ice cream, right? Well, this is kind of the same principle. There's a lot of good fats and creaminess and nutrients in cashews, so I'm just going to do that. And here we go. Okay, so put your chia seeds in a large 12-cup bowl. Using half of all of your ingredients, except the chocolate chips, blend thoroughly. Pour 2/3 of that pitcher over your chia seeds and mix well. Now, add half the chocolate chips to the remainder of the liquid in your pitcher and blend until they're just the right size for you and your family to enjoy. Okay, in order to get them crushed up a little bit, I had to almost liquefy them, which doesn't make me happy because I wanted white peppermint chia pudding. But this is what it is. and it's going to taste really good. Let's see what happens to it. It's the holidays, and you know what? I think that's okay. Look at that. You've got Chia, you've got chocolate chips. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, I'm going to do the second batch, and I'm going to see what happens. I think for the second batch, I'm going to, instead of adding 2 cups of soy milk, I'm going to add 1, but everything else will be the same. So, okay. So, I added everything as before. I only used 1 cup of organic soy milk. And I'm going to pour out half of this into this, which is my favorite bowl, and try and not pour it all over the floor. And as you can see, it's really liquidy. But I'm going to put the remaining chocolate chips in the blender with what appears to be 2 cups of liquid, which is left. And we're just going to do this thing. Everybody loves mint and chocolate around the holidays. And this is something that's healthier than ice cream. It's plant-based. It's dairy-free. It's actually low sugar. And it's absolutely going to be delicious. Now, I have made peppermint chia pudding before. I made it last year, but I didn't add the chocolate chips. And I thought, you know, I'm going to do that this year because we have chocolate lovers coming over. So, hallelujah, here we go. I didn't run it as long this time. It's more of a milk chocolate color because the chocolate pieces, as you can see, are coming out. I'm going to have to put the phone down to get the rest of those yummies out. But you get the idea, and you can do this in 1 pitcher full, like I said, or 2. This is going to thicken up. The foam will recede, and it will get a really creamy, thick consistency. And I'll probably let this sit on the counter for 20 minutes to half an hour. Come out, stir it again. Do that twice. Stir it again, throw it in the refrigerator uncovered for an hour, bring it out, stir it again, and then cover it, and then it will be ready. Yeah, and it's delicious. I mean, just the beginnings of this wonderful vegan plant-based dessert. It's already good. It's kind of like when you taste the cookie batter and you don't think it can get any better, but then after you bake the cookies you realize, oh, it's so much better when it's really finished and it's cooked. Well, we're not going to cook this because this is raw, but it's going to be absolutely great, and I'm very pleased with it. You can see little pieces now of chocolate because I didn't run it quite so long. There you go, people. Recipe will be below. I'm going to put this up on my blog as well. It's just something that I wanted to share for a while. So, hallelujah. Okay, so this is the next day after it sat in the refrigerator overnight. It is so good, people. It is so good. And you can always make it with crushed candy canes or any other kind of peppermint candy that you would like. I just wanted to keep the sugar low, and it is fantastic with the chocolate. There's not a lot of chocolate in it, but there's just enough. And the second batch that I made, I didn't liquefy the chocolate chips, so there's that little bit of crunch in there. It's absolutely delicious. It's like peppermint chocolate chip ice cream. So yeah, there you go.